Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jackie O. First and foremost, I already know I'm just going to address the issue with the lighting. I recorded this tutorial in the daytime, did it a little bit later than I would have liked, and then it got dark, obviously. So the lighting is not the most horrible. It's not the best either. It's really not what you guys are used to. I'm going to try to get back into the habit of recording during the day. Unfortunately, I just kind of lost track of time and didn't realize it would get dark so early. So here is my version of the Nicki Minaj, The Boys video makeup look, which is super cute. I got tons of requests for it. So I'm actually going out tonight, so I really thought the look would be cute for the type of event that I'm going to. Sorry that the lighting situation didn't work out in our favor, but the majority of the tutorial, at least the close-up stuff, was done during the day. So other than that, I hope that you guys like the look. The video is really cute. If you haven't already seen it, check it out. Cassie looks bomb. Cassie is just going all the way in. Not even gonna hate on you, girl. Hope you guys like the video, the look. Let me know if you have any more requests, and I will stop talking so you can see how I do the makeup. Bye! I'm starting off with a clean and already moisturized face. I needed a foundation with a matte finish, so I'm using the Studio Fix Fluid from MAC. I'm using an e.l.f. powder brush to apply the foundation all over my face. Excuse the swatch on my hand, I was doing some testing, and I will be showing you why at the end of this video. So make sure you get that all over the face and get a nice and full coverage for this look. She's very, very matte. Her skin is like super matted out. Foundation looks beautiful. Her makeup in general looks really pretty in this video. I'm going to add one more layer for good measure and a little bit more coverage. Not because I need a ton, I just really want the skin to look perfect. All right, so next I'm going to fill in my brows. I'm using the spiked brow pencil from MAC. Shaping them with the pencil. Her brows are actually quite light, so I'm not going to fill them in too much, just enough to get the shape of the brow. Yeah, her brows are not dark at all, so I'm just barely filling them in. And then to soften them even more, use a brow brush and just brush the hairs through. Then I used the Studio Finished Concealer from MAC, and the shade that I'm using is NW40. And to get that perfectly sculpted brow look, I'm using a concealer brush, also known as the 249 brush from MAC, and I am just sculpting along underneath my brows. And definitely want to use a concealer that's a little bit lighter than your complexion, because I can see a bit of a little bit of highlight in that area. I'm also applying that concealer onto my eyelid to prep for the eyeshadow and eye products that we're going to be using later. I'm now using a white eyeshadow base. The one that I'm using is from NYX, and it's got kind of like a it's just a pure white base. This I applied all over my eyelid, but primarily on the outer corners, because we're going to be using eyeshadow there, and you are going to need something for that shadow to stick to. So I really concentrated it on the outer corners. I then used a shadow shield underneath my eye to pick up on all that glitter product that we will be using in there. Will be fallout, so use something that's going to help prevent that. Okay, for the eyeshadow, I'm going to start with not one but two sugar pill eyeshadows. I'm going to be using them back and forth. The first one that I'm using is Dolly Pop, which is this fuchsia pink one here, and then I'm going back with 2 AM, which is a purple. I'm using a 226 brush from MAC because it's got a pointed edge and it's still going to allow me to do some blending. Her crease looks kind of like a harsh line, but not really. So I wanted more precision, so that's why I chose to use this brush. I am blending that into my crease now in straight line motions. It just looks straight and it kind of stops abruptly back here. Then I used my splash sealer. You can also use lash glue, and my stackable glitters that I get from Hobby Lobby on their website. I'm going to be using the very first one, which is kind of like a metallic baby pink. Splash sealer is just something for the glitter to stick to because glitter is a little tricky to work with. And I'm applying that on my eyelid, and then comes the glitter. Applying that on the outer corner as well. So the eyes are pretty simple. I'm now going to line them with my e.l.f. liquid liner. I'm making the line pretty thick. I'm also going to line the inner corner of my eye. Add mascara and lashes. I'm going to be using the Lash Stiletto from Maybelline and Red Cherry number 600 lashes, except I'm going to cut them in half and use the outer ends. I'm not going to add a ton of mascara, just going to kind of graze over them. Alright, now pop those bad boys on those ends, girl. Okay, that still looks like nothing. Add some more mascara. Please add some more mascara, girl. And I really thickened it on the outer corners because that's what her lashes look like in the video. Super thick on the outer corners. You see that? Do you see? There you go. Bam! Alright, thicken and plumpen that up. I'm going to do the bottom ones later. Oh, and then add just a teeny bit of peach liner in your waterline, just enough to lighten it up. You don't really want to see a ton of it, but yeah, that much. The lighting sucks now because the sun is down, but bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Add a concealer. I used that Studio Finish concealer that I was using underneath my brows. I'm going to start off by adding a little bit under the eye just to kind of even everything out under there. Really not gonna worry about it looking perfect. Yeah, the lighting, I mean, it could be worse. It's not used to what you guys are used to, but you can see what I'm doing. I don't wanna hear no damn complaints, all right? I don't wanna hear no damn complaints. I don't wanna hear it. Then I used the Select Cover Up Concealer from MAC. And I'm applying that with a 190 brush underneath my eyes. Yay. Okay, clean up all that under eye and apply that all the way as far back as your temples. I'm also going to apply a bit of that down the bridge of my nose and begin to blend that into my forehead. Just for the sake of blending it all together, I'm using my foundation brush again, just along the edges of where we applied that concealer. And I'm just getting rid of those harsh lines. You can also use like a damp sponge for this step. I'm setting that concealer with the MAC Invisible Set Powder. This is a pro product, but you don't have to have a pro card to use to purchase this. This I'm applying with a latex sponge by patting and pressing that on to lock that concealer in place. I'm also going to apply that with the sponge into my forehead, just a bit of it, and then down the bridge of my nose again. Basically all of the places that we applied our concealer. You're going to need to sweep off the excess with a large powder brush of choice. This is the Sigma F20. Love this brush. Okay, so I'm dusting off all that excess translucent powder. I used the Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep Dark, and it's from MAC. I'm applying that all over my face with the large powder brush. Get about your temples. I don't know if it's just me, but Nicki's looking a little bronzy in this video. So I took my CoverGirl Queen Collection bronzer and bronzed along my cheekbones, the low points of the cheekbones. Use a soft, very soft baby pink blush and use something that's matte. This is Pink Swoon from MAC. And I'm applying that just on the apples, les apples of the cheeks. Very soft. She's got like a really faint, soft pink. It's pretty. It's really pretty. If you haven't already, I'm gonna go ahead and pop some mascara on my bottom lashes. Her lips. Now, as for her lips, I don't have anything that's an exact match for her lips, so I did something that I thought would kind of be similar to it. I first started off by lining my lips with a soft brown liner. This is Cork from MAC. I'm sure she's probably wearing a lip color from her own collection, her MAC release. Let's see what she recently had. I applied Girl About Town lipstick from MAC, which is kind of like a raspberry fuchsia. Looks super bright on camera. It's really not that bright. Well, maybe it is kind of bright. Yeah, Girl About Town from MAC. Okay? That is being applied first. And then I applied a softer pink, way softer pink. This is Snob from MAC. I used the brown lip liner because Snob is so light. You don't want that milky looking ring around your lips, okay? Doesn't look like she's wearing lip liner, but I'm darker than her, so these colors aren't really going to look the same. And in order to make this work for me, I'm wearing a liner. All right, y'all. All right, Miss Nicki, I see you. I see you, girl. That's our final look. You really aren't gonna see much in this horrible awful lighting, but here's the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I will see you at the next video. Bye.